there are a lot of jargons you'd have heard it, like cloud agents, sandboxes, cloud computer, managed cloud agents. These are all the jargons you would hear from different companies. Okay, all of these items are share a major of like a similar uh, technology architecture. So we're gonna see it, and then why this thing has came into the world and what's the benefit of it and all those things. Okay, so let's first start. What are I think we can start with something even the more basic things, right? Is like VM and then sandboxes. Okay, so these VMs are basically like before the AI came into the world, it's all normal virtual machines. You have it in the server where people like launch the applications, put their servers and blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean basically VM is a server, so they put their backend, all those stuffs. Okay, the reason why the sandboxes came into the world is especially on the web coding field. You wanted to give access of your code base to an agent to work it out, so you can test it, see which how it works and all those things. Okay, so depends upon the type of the applications, each VM has its own toolkits. Okay, so its own toolkits. But the first point is that it's like, what is sandboxes comparing to the VM? The sandboxes, there are new like innovations happened. Especially there is something called, I mean I don't want to go technical. Okay, just assume sandboxes are a advanced version of VM, or we can say a limited version of VM, where it throws out all the unwanted things the server has it. They call it as a kernel, but let's not go even that too technical. So again, reframing, these sandboxes are sort of like a limited set of things where it can be smaller than a VM. It can be just because it doesn't has the unwanted thing. For example, imagine you have a house. That house doesn't has a room, it has only one door. It doesn't have like a two door, back door, side door from the terrace, nothing. So they remove all the possible of ways where the security can be breached, and then they created this thing called sandboxes. So, and just because the sandboxes can be smaller and agent need an environment to work with, they these sandboxes become more famous. And also just because it's a cloud agents or coding agents that can do drastic things. Yeah, they cannot come into your laptop. So even above this virtual machine, right, it's your laptop, it cannot come to your laptop and then just delete your files, or copy some private data and then put it into like any like for example Cloud or Codex, or like whichever the coding agents, it get like the data get uploaded, like this kind of security breaches. To avoid this, the sandboxes has been introduced. Okay, so the purpose is that, so if we need to like write down it, right, so it's like small, secure, um, small secure because it's remove unwanted thing, and then like they do a lot of like hardening of the security things, and then an environment for coding agents to work. It's not for coding agents. Sandbox has been sort of used mostly nowadays, mostly used for coding agents, but they are evolving into like multiple things which you will see later. So what is the benefits? The benefits, it's again the security, and it can be small. So for example, when I mean small means virtual machine, let's say you wanted to do like a 1 GB RAM or something, the sandboxes can be even run it. Correct me because I'm not a super expert on this, but what I know I'm explaining you. It can be even like 250 MB, or like for example Cloudflare and all, they even provide like you can do sandboxes even for a 125 MB as well. So for example, let's say you have a 16 GB of RAM in a bare metal server, you can split this into like this number of small sandboxes, and then you can give it to your coding agents and for other agents as well. Yeah, so that's the benefit, small, secure, and we can say there is a nice word they use, under